Good morning, students. Students, we are dealing with our third chapter, and the name of the chapter is Minerals and Energy Resources. And by now, we have discussed about natural gas. Students, you know this natural gas, how we use it. We use it in our houses, we use it in the vehicles, and everywhere. Nowadays, we are using this natural gas maximum despite of other sources of energy. Now, students, you see where this natural gas is found. It is found with petroleum deposits and is released when crude oil is brought to the surface. Crude means कच्चा तेल जिसमें बहुत क्या होते हैं impurities होती हैं उसमें. So it can be used as a domestic and industrial fuel. Russia, Norway, UK and the Netherlands are the major producer of natural gas. In India, it is found in Jaisalmer, Krishna Godavari Delta, Tripura and some areas offshore means समुद्र के तट के पास in Mumbai have natural gas resources. Very few countries, students, you know that very few countries in the world have sufficient natural gas reserves of their own, because the sharp increase in our consumption of fossil fuels, because earlier, not some years back, even the fossil fuels means coal, petroleum and even this wood, and it was used on a large scale, and that is why they have, or there is a depletion of these resources, these fossil fuels, and as a result, and moreover, these fossil fuels, they release very harmful gas. That is why nowadays maximum countries, they have started using natural gas, because natural gas is environment friendly and it is non conventional sources of energy. Non conventional, I mean to say renewable, and that are cleaner alternative of fossil fuels. Now let's see, students, here. Do you know it's compressed natural gas, the full form of CNG. C means compressed, N means natural, G means gas. It's a popular eco-friendly automobile fuel as it causes less pollution than petroleum and diesel. And you know, Norway was the first country in the world to develop hydroelectricity. We'll be just reading it later on. Now we'll start. Let us come on the hydel power. Hydel means water. The electricity which is generated through running water is known as hydel power. Okay. Rainwater or river water stored in dams. नदी का पानी या बारिश का पानी जब डैम्स में स्टोर किया जाता है, इज मेड टू फॉल फ्रॉम हाइट, उसको ऊंचाई से गिराया जाता है, एंड द फॉलिंग वाटर फ्लोज थ्रू पाइप्स इनसाइड द डैम over turbines. Turbines means chakkar. Turbine blades placed at the bottom of the dam, and the moving blades then run the generator to produce electricity. So this is called hydroelectricity. The water discharged after the generation of electricity is used for irrigation. 1/4 of the world's electricity is produced by hydel power. And the leading producers of hydel power in the world are Paraguay, Norway, Brazil and China. Some important hydel power station in India are Bhakra Nangal Dam, you must have heard about it, Gandhi Sagar Dam, Nagarjun Sagar Dam and Damodar Valley projects. Okay, now you will write the names of these hydel power stations, and you will write this one word also, which country in the world was there who developed or who introduced hydroelectricity. So these one words you will write in your fair notebook. Now let's come towards non conventional sources of energy, means renewable sources of energy. The increasing use of fossil fuels is leading to its shortage. ओके, फॉसिल फ्यूल ज़्यादा यूज़ करने से उनकी शॉर्टेज हो गई है बेटा. सो इट इज़ एस्टिमेटेड दैट if the present rate of consumption continues, the reserves of these fuel will get exhausted, means खत्म हो जाएंगे. Moreover, their use also causes environmental pollution. So therefore, there is need for using non-conventional sources such as solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy, which are renewable. So we can say non-conventional sources of energy means renewable sources of energy. Let's start with the first non-conventional sources of energy, and that is solar energy. And you know, in India, solar energy can be used at a maximum level. So because sun's heat and light energy can be felt by us every day. सोलर एनर्जी ट्रैप्ड फ्रॉम द सन, इससे बनती है, कैन बी यूज्ड. ओके, इट कैन बी यूज्ड in solar cells to produce electricity. Nowadays you must have seen solar plants just introduced on the roofs of maximum houses, and moreover in villages its subsidy is being given, means from the side of the government some money is given so that they can install solar plant. And in urban areas also solar plants are being set up to minimize the use of hydel power or thermal power. First of all, let's see this table. Okay, solar energy. Now here it is there, wind energy. First of all, let's see advantages. It's non-polluting, low cost production of electricity. Once only the industrial setup is required. After that, no other money is used, no more money is used. It is safe and clean. But there are some disadvantages also. It is noise pollution, because when wind blows on a high speed, the big fans they run and it cause noise pollution. Windmills costly to set up, they are very costly, they requires a huge amount of money, so disturbs radio and TV reception, and they are harmful to birds, because the big fans when they will run, they will create problem for the birds. So these are the advantages. These are the in text questions, students, and you will write all these questions. Now let's move further. Now solar energy, what are the advantages and inadvantages? First of all, advantages: inexhaustible. Inexhaustible means कभी ख़त्म नहीं होगी. Non polluting, of course you know it very well, but disadvantages are there. Expensive. You know, this establishing solar plant is very expensive, it's very costly, and moreover diffused source, so get wasted. Whenever these the plants they got diffused, they got wasted, we cannot use them time and again. So that's why they are very costly. Now let's see tidal energy. Advantages, again non-polluting. Earlier we have read that all the non-conventional sources of energy are eco-friendly, so they never pollute the environment. And inexhaustible means they will not be over, they will not be just finished, they will inexhaustible. But again destroys wildlife habitat and difficult to harness, उनको प्राप्त करना मुश्किल है. All these things, they are non-conventional sources of energy. Now let's move nuclear energy. Emit large amount of energy. इसमें से बहुत ज़्यादा मात्रा में एनर्जी निकलती है न्यूक्लियर एनर्जी से, बट इट जनरेट्स रेडियो एक्टिव वेस्ट and it is very expensive, very costly. Now let's move further. Biogas. Advantages: low cost, easy to operate, and makes use of bio waste, but it causes greenhouse effect. So advantages and disadvantages both are there. Now geothermal energy, it's clean, eco-friendly and always available, but disadvantages, it is located far away from cities and so costly to transport the electricity. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of different types of non-conventional sources of energy. Let's move further, students. How this solar energy is being produced. Many of these cells are joined into solar panel to generate power for heating and lighting purpose. The technology of utilizing solar energy benefits, बहुत लोगों को benefit मिलता है, a lot of tropical countries that are blessed with abundant sunshine. Solar energy is also used in solar heater, solar cooker, solar dryer. Besides, means इसके अलावा being used for community lighting and traffic signals. You must have seen traffic signals, traffic lights. They are being run on solar energy. Now let's see activity, and this is for you, solar worker. Take an old car tube, inflate it and keep it on a wooden platform. Paint an aluminium vessel black from outside and add 1 cup rice with 2 cup of water to it. Close the vessel with the lid and place the vessel in the inner circle of the tube. Now place a glass frame over the tube and keep the set out in sun. After the glass frame is placed, air can neither come in nor go out, but the sun rays coming into the closed cavity enclosed by the tube, it get trapped and cannot escape. So the temperature increases slowly and cooking the rice over few years. This is an activity for you. You can just have this activity at your house. Now let's move, and it is the turn of wind energy. Wind is an inexhaustible sources of energy, means कभी ख़त्म नहीं होगी. Windmills have been used for grinding grains and lifting water since times immemorial, means सदियों से. In modern time windmills, the high speed wind rotates the windmill, which is connected to a generator to produce electricity. Wind farms having clusters होता है group बेटा of such windmills are located in coastal regions and in mountain passes where strong and steady winds blow. Strong means बहुत तेज से और लगातार. Wind farms are found in Netherlands, Germany, Denmark, UK, USA and Spain. They are noted for their wind energy production, means most of the energy produced by wind in Germany, Netherlands, Denmark, UK, USA and Spain. Now let's come towards nuclear energy. Nuclear plant power is obtained from energy stored in the nuclei of atoms of naturally occurring radioactive elements like uranium and thorium. These fuels undergo nuclear fission in nuclear reactors and emit means छोड़ना, emit power. The greatest producers of nuclear power are USA and Europe. In India, Rajasthan and Jharkhand, they have large deposits of uranium. Thorium is used in large quantities in the monazite sand of Kerala. And the nuclear power stations in India are located in Kalpakkam in Tamil Nadu, Tarapur in Maharashtra, Rana Pratap Sagar near Kota in Rajasthan, Narora in Uttar Pradesh and Kaiga in Karnataka. Now let's move further, and it's the turn of geothermal. Geo means जमीन से और thermal जहाँ से हम इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बनाते हैं. Heat energy obtained from the earth is called geothermal energy. The temperature in the interior, students, you know it very well that inside the earth the temperature is very high. It rises steadily as we go deeper. Sometimes this heat energy may surface itself in the form of hot spring. कभी कभी तो ऐसा होता है कि फट जाती है और hot spring के रूप में ये बाहर निकल के आती है. And this heat energy can be used to generate power. Geothermal energy in the form of hot spring has been used for cooking, heating and bathing for several years. USA has the world's largest geothermal power plants, followed by New Zealand, Iceland, Philippines, and Central America. In India, geothermal plants are located in Manikaran in Himachal Pradesh. Have you visited there? I have visited and I have seen there, and I have just touched the hot water. Though Manikaran is in hilly area and its environment is very cold, but even then hot water is there. And Puga Valley in Ladakh, I have seen Manikaran, and I know some of you must have visited there, over there, and you have seen that. Now comes tidal energy. Tidal means tide se banti hai. Energy generated from tides is called tidal energy. Tidal energy can be harnessed by building dams at narrow opening of the sea. And during high tide, the energy of tides is used to turn the turbine installed in the dam to produce electricity. Russia, France, and the Gulf of Kutch in India, they have huge tidal mill farms. Okay, now it's the turn of biogas. So sorry, let's see biogas. Organic waste such as dead plants and animal material as cow dung, animal dung and kitchen waste can be converted into a gaseous fuel called biogas. Biogas plant you must have seen in the villages. The organic waste is decomposed by bacteria in biogas digesters to emit biogas, which is essentially a mixture of methane and carbon dioxide. Biogas is an excellent fuel for cooking and lighting and produces huge amount of organic manure each year. Energy is everywhere, but we can see that harnessing this energy is both difficult as well as costly. Each one of us can make a difference by not wasting energy. So we are not to waste energy. What we should do? We should switch off the fans, tubes, lights when they are not in use. We should just use bucket while bathing. We should be very particular. We should be active citizen, and we should just energy conservation is energy produced. If we conserve the energy, means we are producing the energy. So energy saved is energy generated. Act now and make brighter energy future. So students, today this chapter is over, and let's have some exercise, small question answers which you can do easily. Name any 3 common minerals used by you every day. Common minerals: iron ore, iron, coal and petroleum. What is an ore? This question you will write. It is there inside your chapter. Where are the ores of metallic mineral generally located? And then name 2 regions rich in natural gas resources. It is also there. Then which resources of energy would you suggest for? Which sources of energy would you suggest for rural areas, coastal areas or arid regions? It's for you. Give 5 ways in which you can save energy at home. Now question number 2. Which one of the following is not a characteristic of minerals? They are created by natural process. It's there. They have a definite chemical composition. It's there. They are inexhaustible. Their distribution is uneven. Now it's for you. Not a characteristic of mineral. Now you will think and you will tick the right answer. Which one of the following is not a producer of mica? Jharkhand, Rajasthan, Karnataka or Andhra Pradesh. It is there, you will see. Which one of the following is a leading producer of copper in the world? Is it Bolivia? Is it Chile? Is it Ghana or is it Zimbabwe? Which one of the following practice will not conserve LPG in your kitchen? Soaking the dal for some time before cooking it, cooking food in a pressure cooker, keeping the vegetable chopped before lighting the gas for cooking, or cooking food in an open pan kept on low flame. It's right answer you will choose. So these are the questions for you. Now thank you so much and have a nice day.